Good evening, welcome back to my next space. Today we are going to deal with the topic Neoclassicism or the Neoclassical period, which was begun by 1660 and lasted till 1785. The age of Neoclassicism was known as pseudo-classicism because it imitates the classical works. And this period, the Neoclassical period, is divided into three. That is the age of Restoration, and the Augustan age, and the age of sensibility. And the Restoration period was from 1600 to 1700. Marks the restoration of monarchy. And this age was also known as the age of Dryden. There was establishment of Royal Society, and the Great Fire of London was an important feature of this period, which was a great loss. 300 houses burned and 10,000 became homeless, and there was a closure of theatre. And in the year 1685, James II came to throne, and there was a bloodless revolution or a glorious revolution, important feature of this period. After that, Protestant William III, a Puritan, and Mary of Orange took throne from James II. There were two political parties, that was Whigs and Tory. The Supreme Parliament supported the Whigs, the common man, and Tories were supported by the kings, that is the divine right, the people who believed in the divine right policy and all. And there were pamphlets which supported the both. Important feature of this period was England shifted from Republican Puritan to Commonwealth to an aristocratic Anglican monarchy to Catholicism to Puritanism. This was an important feature of this period. And there was religious and political turmoil going on. There was French influence as well. Restoration marked the birth of modern English prose, and coffee house began to start in London. And important writers of this period were John Locke, John Bunyan, and Alpha Penn. And the major drama or the theme of drama were tragedy, and there were restoration comedy or comedy of manner. That was a reaction against the Puritans. They talk about materialist things. Then moving to Augustan age, the age was from 1700 to 1745. Alexander Pope was an important figure of this age. He was a poet and satire of English Augustan age. Dr. Johnson said on Alexander Pope that if Pope be not a poet, were poetry to be found. This was the age of Jonathan Swift and Daniel Defoe as well. Alexander Pope was short, and he was affected by tuberculosis. He had a physical deformity. Queen Anne was ruling over that period. Alexander Pope's major works include the Pastorals, that was the first work of him. Essay on Criticism, the first major work which was wrote in the year 23rd. Then Rape of the Lock, Homer's translation in English, Iliad, Odyssey, etc. Then the Dungiad, Essay on Man, and an essay on criticism is a verse essay. And important statement of the quote from that is, to error is human, to forgive is divine. Another one is, a little learning is a dangerous thing. Then Age of Sensibility, it was the period of Dr. Samuel Johnson, and it was a transition period, started with the death of Pope and ended by the publication of lyrical ballads. And John III became king following George III became king following George II's death, became heir to the throne in the year 1751. The Age of Sensibility started by the year 1745 and lasted till 1785. An American war was going on, French war was also going on, and Boston Tea Party was an important phenomenon of this period. And Treaty of Versailles is also an important thing of this period. And we have to mention the reign of Louis XVI. Friends, it was a reign of terror. It continued for 2 years. and thousands of people guillotined. Then later George III died in the year 1820 at the age of 81. Then George IV became the acting king. This was the period of so many hard works, and as a result, so many inventions were brought in the country. And during this period, James Watt's steam engine was introduced and spinning jenny as well. And the rise of factory system developed, and people started migrating to cities from countries. And the industrial revolution affected people to a huge extent. Another important writers of Age of Sensibility were Edmund Burke, Edward Gibbon, James Boswell, and obviously Samuel Johnson, as I mentioned earlier. Ideas such as Neoclassicism, a critical and literary mode, and the Enlightenment shared. This was the features of this period. And novels such as Henry Fielding, Samuel Richardson, Tobias Smollett were writing during this period. Important works of Samuel Johnson includes London, The Vanity of Human Wishes, The Dictionary of English Language, etc. That's all about Neoclassical period. It was the combination of the Restoration period, the Augustan age, and the Age of Sensibility. Then see you in another video. That's all. Thank you. Bye. And don't forget to subscribe my channel.